Hey everybody, hope you're doing all right today. Coming to you today just to give you my first initial thoughts on Modern Warfare 3. We're coming up right on a week since it released, and I wanted to give it just a little bit of time and hoping they would get an update in, and they did get a small update in, just to give you my first initial thoughts, because those first couple days, they're always a little crazy, and there's always glitches that got to be worked out. But now we're going on a week into the game. I just hit max rank. Starting to get some gold guns, things like that, and thought that I would sit down with you, have some gameplay in the background, and talk to you about what I think about the game. Alright, so I'm going to start off with this. The maps look beautiful. The game overall looks beautiful. They stay very true to the original Modern Warfare 2009 layout. Now, there are some changes. We're opening doors where we weren't opening doors before, and there's minor things here, but nothing that has caused me to feel like I'm playing the game differently than what I played it then, or the maps are playing differently. Gameplay now is totally different than what it was in 2009, obviously. And some things are different just because of graphics improvements over the last, 15 years or so. So, we've got those, but everything looks great. So I just want to start off with that. If you were worried that things were going to be so different and that it wasn't going to be true to the original maps, you don't have to worry about that. It is. And so I'm going to move on to a big thing here for me is weapon balance. And all I can say about weapon balance is it's all over the place. And I really don't understand why. So I've played with some of my friends. They seem to think, Modern Warfare 2 weapons are the subpar weapons to the Modern Warfare 3 weapons. And then some people still believe, the TAC and other guns are still meta in this game. I don't feel that way. I feel like the TAC is still a very good gun in this game, but it's quite obvious that the MCW, also known as the ACR, is the better gun, in my opinion. But the balance is all over the place. I don't know if that's having to do with skill-based matchmaking, and people are being total sweats, and so you're not getting a good feel for it. We talked in my other video, and I've got a ton of comments on that. It's been the best response to a video that I put out yet. Is there skill-based damage going on? So that it's just been very frustrating for me when you're trying to move to a new gun, and that is what it is. Hopefully they'll continue to work on that by the time we get to Season 1 with ranked play and everything. Hopefully those bugs will all be worked out and we'll be able to have a better feel for what are the go-to guns in the game. Alright, spawns. They need work, especially in hardpoint and free-for-all game modes. Rust, I understand there's going to be a lot of spawn trapping in that map. It's just like Shipment was in the previous game. But when it's not only happening in the smaller scale maps, but it's happening in the larger maps, like High Rise. I understand they're snipers. They're going to be in their spots, and they're going to be trying to spawn snipe. I understand that. But when I'm not in a spawn sniping area, and I spawn and take a step, die, spawn, take a step, die, there's been several instances, and I don't think I have any in the gameplay here. I might, where I spawned in the middle of gunfire. I was getting shot as soon as I spawned, and there's no way to get a good feel and then for the game and to get into a groove. And if you do, as soon as you take off running, you're running for your life, and then you're getting shot again, and it makes for an overall frustrating experience. So the spawns need work. It's hard to keep a hard point if they start spawning the enemy team on the hard point with you. So that it needs work. The game doesn't feel like Modern Warfare 2022. How about that? I think that's a big selling point for a lot of you. It was a big selling point for me. The game does not feel like the previous year's game. Is it 10 times better? No. Does it feel as good as the original Modern Warfare 2 or the original Modern Warfare 3? No. But the game does not feel like Modern Warfare 2. So if you absolutely hated Modern Warfare 2 2022... odds are you're going to like this game more than that. Now, depending on how much you hated the previous game is going to play into how much you like the current game. But with that said, it's a totally different play style. It is way faster. I feel like it plays in part to that streamer, content creator, fan base. Everybody's jumping all over the map. I've never really been that type of player. I've been doing it a little bit in the game. I've uploaded a couple shorts showing, hey, movement is back. If you like sliding all over the place and reload canceling and slide canceling and doing all those things, you're going to enjoy this. And yeah, there have been some fun moments. Just today, as a matter of fact, on Favela, guy coming at me, I jump over a wall, jump back over the wall, slide around, and, I was able to get the kill. And then there's also instances where guys are running into a room and just running in circles with a knife, and you can't get a shot on them, and they knife you, and they take off, and you're like, wow. It's a little crazy. So yeah, definitely feels like a totally different game. Movement is totally different. The TTK is good, but it doesn't feel consistent. And I guess that's going to go back to weapon balance. It just doesn't feel consistent. It's very frustrating when, you walk out and it's like, boom, boom, you're gone. And then I had a daily challenge, and this is going to be my next point, but a daily challenge today where I had to get 10 kills with LMGs. I'm not an LMG player. But, when you have 100 rounds there, guy pops out, you put 20 into him, you're getting hit marker, and he doesn't die, and you pop down and you pop up, and he hits you twice with a MCW from the same range, and you're dead. It's a very frustrating feeling. I can't even begin to explain to you how many times that happened. It took me a match and a half to get the 10 kills because LMGs just weren't hitting. And I think that goes back to the weapon balance, but it also plays into the time to kill. And there's really nothing you can do about it unless you're camping, and the game doesn't play very well to campers unless you're really quick at movement and just choosing to camp, because the guy's going to come sliding in there, and that's the end of it. So this brings me to one of the biggest debates on the game, and that is the daily armory unlock challenges. Let me just tell you, I think this is the stupidest thing that has ever been put into a Call of Duty game. Call of Duty has always been, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, you rank up, and as you rank up, through gaining experience from kills and assists and playing the objective, you unlock weapons, you unlock perks, you unlock equipment. And now, here I am, max rank 55, which is the max rank for right now, and there are still guns I don't have unlocked. There are still perks I don't have unlocked. I just had to do 4 daily challenges to unlock a Semtex. I'm a huge Semtex player. I've transitioned a little bit more to the frag grenade in last year's game, but I'm a huge Semtex player, and you're going to force me to play with LMGs. You're going to force me, and today I had to do respawn 3 or 4 times with a tactical insert. You're going to force me to do these things, and I don't like it. If you wanted to add that for aftermarket parts, a daily challenge or a weekly challenge or an overall challenge, like with camos, to unlock those new things that you've added into the game, I would have been fine with that. If you want to go for aftermarket, then you could. But to unlock a care package or a VTOL or a Semtex, and then, they make it frustrating because you have to get flashes to unlock the flash, so then you have to go use a default class, so you're not even using a class that you're comfortable with. You may be 40 or 50 ranked or maxed ranked, and you're not even using a class you're comfortable with because you're having to use the default with the flash grenades to get the 3 flashes to unlock the flashes. This was just not needed. This just screams Infinity Ward all over it. This doesn't seem like something that Sledgehammer would do. Which brings me to getting towards the end of this video here. We found out, after release, of course, that Sledgehammer only had around 16 months to develop the game. Therefore, my impressions of the game are great considering that. They did not have a full 3-year developmental cycle like they did in, like Modern Warfare 2019 had, or like some of the other games have had. They were forced into the same thing with Vanguard, and we see what we got there. They have done way better with this game than Vanguard. So our hopes are going to be that in the coming days and weeks and months that they'll improve the bugs and take care of the things that they weren't able to properly develop due to the timeline that they were given, and that we can enjoy 9-10 months of a great game. because it's there. The potential's there. Now, if we had a pick 10 system, which again, we found out they were having to run their decisions by another developer because, we originally created the Modern Warfare trilogy, even though no one that is with that developer anymore was there when the original trilogy was created. So things like that, we've got to give them a break. They've already put out an update. I think on Xbox it was about a 3 gig update. It raised TDM from 75 to 100 kills. And I notice now when I'm playing hardcore, it's showing the score over there, where before there was nothing showing in hardcore. You had to pull up your menu to see what the score was, how far you were down, the time limit remaining. I like the 100 kills a little bit better. Some matches it's a little longer. You get on a map like Afghan, it's going to be a little longer. But on Rust, it makes for a little bit more fun experience. You got the chance to come back and do things like that. So that is, my hope. So overall impressions, I'm impressed considering they did this in a year and a half. If this was a 3-year development cycle game, I would be upset. So let's not forget that they did a major mid-cycle update on Call of Duty World War II, and it made the game totally different from the beginning stages at release. So there is hope that Sledgehammer can fix a lot of the things in this game and make it what we want it to be and what they would have wanted it to be if they would have had the full timeline to do it. So that's what I think about the game. What do you think about the game? Have you purchased the game? Now, this is just a multiplayer. They haven't released anything for Warzone yet. I have been playing Zombies, and I'll be giving a full review on that. But let me just tell you, if you didn't like DMZ, you're not going to like Zombies. If you like DMZ, you're going to love Zombies. If you're someone like me who played DMZ a few times and it was okay, Zombies is going to be a little bit of a change of pace for me. And I'll hop in, here and there. But I'm not going to go crazy on it probably unless I'm grinding for camos. So I'll end the video with this. The camos look great. The game looks great. It doesn't feel like Modern Warfare 2 2022. So there's hope for this game. As you're playing it, what do you think about it? Have you bought it? Are you waiting for some free play weekends? Are you waiting till Christmas? Are you just done with Call of Duty? Are you just done with this game? What's your thoughts and impressions? And be sure to leave it down in the comments. I think we got like 40 comments on the last video that had to do with the game coming out and talking about skill-based matchmaking and skill-based damage. So be sure to leave your thoughts below and tell me what you think about the game. Let's get into a discussion about it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys. God bless.